The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.
Hey my cosmic cousins, it's your girl Nova Charm and welcome to another episode of Astrology Tea with Nova Charm. And on today's episode, we are diving into that first full moon of 2026, that full moon in Cancer. Yes baby, Cancer has went home and she has an important message for all of us going in this 2026 year. And I'm definitely here for it, mama. But before I get too deep into it, you already know what to do. Hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this cosmic tea that I want to sip with you. Now let's get into it. Now Cancer came through giving us something deep and nurturing to sip on, but it is a little bit salty. You know, Cancer can switch up just like that. Cancer energy is the mother. It's the nurturer. It's our deep intuition and our deep emotions, our energy in motion. It's our true motivation behind it all. It's also our home and family and the root of it all. Cancer is the very first sign of the water family. It's the womb, the stream, the source. It's a cardinal water sign, and that represents the beginning of our emotions. It represents that birth of feelings. Cancer builds that cup of safety and home. And on January 3rd, we're at the very beginning of that chain. We're building the cup of that 2026. And if that cup isn't solid, you can't hold on to that deep magic coming later on this year. So you already know there's some things that need to be let go. After all, new moons are used for setting intentions and full moons are used for closing out some cycles. The water signs are known as the soul of the zodiac. They allow us to feel things on a deeper level. Now, we definitely know each of these water signs have their own personality, but they definitely share the same frequency when it comes to that emotional intelligence and spiritual connections. While air energy wants to know what we think, and fire energy wants to know what we gonna do, and earth wants to know what we own, water comes in, wants to know how we feel about all of this. Water energy gives us our intuition. This is that energy that when we walk in a room, we can tell instantly if the vibes are off or if the vibes are good. This is that read in between the line energy. Water energy ain't paying attention to what the hell you gotta say. They trying to see what your energy feel like. And speaking of feelings, this full moon is going to bring in some nostalgia out your ass. Especially with this energy being like so close to the holidays. Cancer energy represents the roots, the childhood, the unseen parts of our dreams and our psyche. Don't be surprised if you stumble upon that photograph that made you laugh and you start going back down memory lane. I'm just saying. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So by it going home, we are definitely feeling this energy more. The nurturer energy that Cancer energy brings in is going to make us feel real protective, especially regarding the things that we are trying to build. Since the sun is in Capricorn, the sister sign, Cancer is symbolized by the crab. And if you think about the crab has that hard outer shell. It has those clouds that'll snap at your ass, but inside it's very gooey and soft. That's a Cancer. It gives Sour Patch Kid. But it has to be like that in order to protect its boundary. You see, water energy craves boundary. I mean, don't get it twisted. It definitely loves its boundless energy. However, it needs a shore. Now, Cancer energy also gets down to the root of it all. If you're wanting to look into your family lineage, the water signs are definitely the way to go, starting with Cancer. Because Cancer is the root. Cancer energy holds all of those ancestral secrets that was carried over from the womb. Now, while Cancer's sibling sign Capricorn is more about the value in public and your respect when it comes to everybody else, Cancer deals with the home values and the domestication of it all. This is the sanctuary where you create. And this could be anything as small as creating a meal or even creating art that you can hand off to your sibling sign Capricorn to make some money off of later. All I'm saying is this is your creation station. Now, this moon is a supermoon, so it's going to be amplified feeling. And it's definitely going to be felt in your body before it processes in your mind. So if you was feeling a little extra sensitive come this new year, this is why. This moon is set up to illuminate our emotional debt. that we've been carrying from 2025, and it's time for a purification. After all, you cannot build a new house on any type of shaky foundation. Now, whenever we have a full moon, balance is needed, because you could best believe that that sun is in the opposite sign, that sibling sign or sister sign. So there's definitely a balancing act that is needed whenever a full moon is in the building. So the sun is over here feeling disciplined. It's in its boss mode. And Cancer is over here in its sensitivity and feeling all of those emotions. So things can get a little spicy around this time, especially because of the fact that the Capricorn squad is outside. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all in Capricorn, and so is the sun. And the tea is they are currently all out of bound. And if you don't know what that means, that basically means, like in astrology, they acting like some damn teenagers. And their parents is gone for the weekend, and so they about to have a party. And they being loud, they being extra, and they pushing their boundaries. Now, this moon is called the wolf moon. So you might as well just call this gang the whole wolf pack, because they outside. Now, that Capricorn energy wants you to grind, and Cancer wants to take a nap. Capricorn energy wants to fix it, and Cancer said, we need to feel it a little bit. We need to feel something. Now, the lesson here is you don't have to choose, though. This is a balancing act of energy. Now, one of the main things that this Cancer energy is coming in to remind us all is that we do have to make sure that we have our physical boundaries up. Realizing who gets access to our energy is very important. In addition, this is going to be a time to clean that home front. This is that deep cleaning, literal and energetically. And you're going to be feeling this energy anyway, so it's not going to be hard for you to get into this mode. Now, during this time, your intuition is going to be incredibly strong. So if your gut says no, then don't do it. I don't give a damn what that calendar says. Don't do it. You also want to be careful of moodiness around this time, because Cancer is ruled by the moon and it is home. This energy is definitely going to be strong. And we know the moon goes through many phases, okay? And Cancer energy represents our emotions. So it's very easy for Cancer energy to switch into a new emotion. Just be cautious of being too irritable around this time and being overly sensitive. Now, this full moon is a time to let things go. And this is a big one, because sometimes you have a hard time with that. Water energy holds on to memory. So water energy does not like to let things go. But in this case, you definitely have to let things from the past go. Water energy holds on to memory. So this could sometimes be a little difficult for you, but in this case, it's needed. Now, because of the time that the moon is seen is at night, the moon represents our private self and the protection of that private self, our most sensitive, softest side of us. This full moon reminds us that it's okay to protect that peace, to protect ourselves, our most inner self. So y'all already know I got to give y'all the tea on the root of what this theme is for each of the rising signs. And we're going to get things popping with Aries risings. And this sits in your 4th house, so I know y'all feeling this shit. This is a time to deep clean that home, light that candle, and stop pretending you don't need a hug. It's time to get things cozy in the house. It's time to set the vibes to make this house a home and not just a pit stop in between all of the things that you have to do. Now, Taurus risings, this sits in your 3rd house of communication and sibling, local travel, and data. Now, with that being said, Taurus risings, if that group chat is doing too much, speak your truth but keep it classy. If the conversation feels like a chore, go on and hit that do not disturb. Protect your peace. Now, Gemini risings, this sits in your 2nd house of money, values, and self-worth. Now, your bank account is filling away. Gemini risings, I need y'all to stop window shopping for the things that your soul don't really even need, okay? You are the prize, not the price tag, okay? Luxury is literally a state of mind, but a savings account is a state of security. And the only thing you need to be shopping for is how you're going to diversify those funds. You hear me? Now, Cancer risings, this sits in your 1st house, and you are definitely giving supermoon glow. The spotlight is on you, boo, and it's giving main character energy all the way. You are shedding that old skin. If you want to let your emotions flow, do your thing, boo. That is the most beautiful thing about you. So allow the energy to do its thing with you, babes. Now, when it comes to my Leo risings, this sits in your 12th house of subconscious and reset, dreams and spirit. Now, your social battery is probably on 1% and the universe is unplugging the charger, okay? You need to go on and take a seat. Now, Leo risings, we know how much you love the stage. However, during this time, the only audience that you need is that pillow and that blanket. This is a time for you to hibernate, meditate, and keep your secrets safe. This is a moment for recharge. You're going to get your shine on later in the month. Be patient, okay? Now, Virgo risings, this is in your 11th house of friendships, technology, shocking sudden change, and even some technology. Virgo risings, this moon is illuminating who is loyal to you. That's right. It's getting a little messy in your 11th house. It's time to prune that friend garden and get the little messy bitches up out of there. You got to surround yourself with people who make you feel safe, not just useful. We're talking about quality over quantity, always for you, okay? Now, my Libra risings, this falls in your 10th house of a career and reputation. Now, because Capricorn energy is so thick in the sky right now, you are definitely in your boss mode. Now, this moon is definitely telling you, don't feel bad about getting to the bag, but just make sure you balance it out a bit, okay? And nurture yourself during the hustle. Take you a nice warm bath after a long day. Light them candles, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you keep it comfortable. It's giving orthopedic shoe. Not literal, just, just the vibes of it. That's all. Now, for my Scorpio risings, this falls in your 9th house of expansion and beliefs. This also deals with your long journeys and your good luck. Now, Scorpio risings, your soul is craving a change of scenery. I feel like you overanalyzing the map, though. Now, this could be literal, like a real trip, but I feel like it's more metaphorical. Like you need to be expanding your horizons in some type of way. And there's a way that you already know that you need to be expanding your horizons, but you're not doing it. This moon is calling you to see it. Just see the journey past what your current mood is, okay? There is a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture. Now, for my Sagittarius risings, this falls in the 8th house of intimacy, transformation, debt, taxes, and your investments, baby. Investments being both finance and energetic. I like to throw that in there. And the reason why I'm throwing that in there now is because who you feeling like owe you something, Scorpio risings? Stop letting people borrow your energy without interest rate. That's your fault. Pay off that emotional debt so you can stop carrying that baggage. It ain't even yours anyway. I don't know why you got it in your hand. Stop it. Now, for my Capricorn risings, this falls in your 7th house of relationships. Yeah, that good old me versus we. Now, Cap risings, we know it's your season, and we know you've been going hard, okay? With that Capricorn stellium being, gleaming in the sky right now, you mean business. But it's okay to soften that, okay? It's okay to let love inside. All I'm saying is, Capricorn risings, through all the grind that you do, make sure you don't forget that you have a partner, boo. And if you are single, Cap risings, this is a time for you to reflect on the fact that it is okay to let love in. Now, if this is a relationship that you feel like can't take root, this may be something that you find yourself letting go of. I do have to throw that out there because sometimes that is the case. Now, for my Aquarius risings, this falls in your 6th house of health and routine, that Virgo house. Now, Aquarius risings, your body is sending you a memo. It's time for you to read it. This may not be a bad time for a digital detox, okay? It's time for you to stop optimizing your life and start living it, okay? Your routine isn't a cage, it's a rhythm. It's a time for you to make sure that you're drinking your water, getting your sleep, and not overthinking your to-do list. Like, this Capricorn energy that's going on honestly got you doing a lot. Now, I know Capricorn is your ex-roommate and everything, so it has a lot of influence on you. But you got to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Ditch that old routine that has you going, and create a new one that has a rhythm to it, okay? Now, for my Pisces risings, this falls in your 5th house of creativity, joy, romance, and cheering. Now, your inner child wants to come out and play. And the reason why is because there's work to be done. There's always getting to the root to it. We're doing that Cancer thing. It's always getting to the root to it. So there is something in your inner child energy that needs to be released. And the best way to do that is by stop hiding your magic. You are a literal walking masterpiece. This energy wants you to paint, dance, or go on that date that feels like that fairy tale. You love a good fairy tale. But it's okay to find that joy. And if it's not going to bring you joy, then yeah, it's time for it to go, period. Now, my cosmic cousins over here already know I love me a good affirmation and some journal prompts. I'd love to throw those out there for you. I feel like they're helpful. And with that being said, I need y'all to go ahead and get your pen and pad so you can take down notes of these affirmations and these journal prompts. Starting with my journal prompts. Now, looking back on last year, what emotional clutter am I still carrying? What feeling or memory am I ready to leave at the doorstep of 2026? My next journal prompt is, where in my life do I need to think in my shell or set better boundaries so I can keep my soft center safe? And my last and final journal prompt is, if my gut feeling were a voice, What would it be telling me about the path that I'm starting this January? Now, hopping right into my affirmations for this Cancer full moon. And when it comes to these affirmations, I always suggest you look in the mirror, write them down somewhere, and say them throughout the day. Now, my first affirmation is, I honor my sensitivity as a superpower, not a weakness. Now, my next affirmation, I release the emotional weight of 2025 to make room for the magic of 2026. Now, my last and final affirmation for this Cancer full moon, I trust my intuition to guide me towards people and places that feel like peace. Now, Cancer energy loves paper and pen, so I would suggest writing them down, like get real old school with it, okay? Now, my advice for this Cancer full moon, don't rush 2026. The universe ain't even really made it to 2026 anyway. Universe's New Year starts with Aries season. But you know, that's another story. We ain't gonna get all into that. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. Nevertheless, sit with your tea, light a candle, and ask yourself, what would make me truly safe this year? And make sure you get that answer from the root of you. Now, Cosmic Cousins, if you made it this far in this video, I hope that you've hit that like. And I appreciate your love. I appreciate the support. And if you haven't subscribed already, go on and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And I'm out of here, Cosmic Cousins.